Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm so like loud. Hey, how are you? I got my stage. So let me talk to my fans. Let me talk to my fans. Starting off because we're already 10 minutes in. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and really get into. Hold on. We're gonna get into some things because I already did my part 1 and it cut off. So we're gonna do part 2 and we might have to do part 3. I don't know how long the session is supposed to be because for some reason this wants to mess up. So tell me why, y'all. Certain things have been changing behind closed doors, and certain things have been altering, which is so interesting with Pluto going back in retrograde, and Uranus going back in retrograde, and Mercury direct, and Saturn in Pisces, and Neptune in Pisces. Um, it gives very much like a lot of illusions happening, but it's like a lesson within those illusions. Like I said, we're going to start off automatically. You guys, welcome my patsies to the observatory. If you're new here, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Any of those things, follow. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, Child, let me get back to the story because I'm a little irritated and I don't want to take my anger out on my patsies. I don't want to take my anger out on my observers. I don't want to take my anger out on my peoples. So, um, Child, I went to customer service or support, right? And they're now saying that X won't allow uh, streaming up there unless you are told as I say that, unless they're verified. And in order to get verified, you have to be a premium X member. And in order to be a premium X member, you have to pay. If y'all really want me to go up there and, stream up there, let me know. I'll snippet this out and or I'll cut this out and edit this so that the people, my fans on X or Twitter, whatever y'all want to call it, are aware of what's going on and not just saying it's me because I've really been trying like to do a lot of stuff to make sure that it wasn't just like me. Like it wasn't like I was being lazy or it wasn't like I was just trying to procrastinate. I was really trying to like maybe slowly get it together, but still try and get it together. And once I still tried to get it together, it was yes. So ciao. We're just gonna deal with it. So if you're new here, the standard or the name Patsy is oh, that's what it should be. I changed it. I thought about it changing it this morning. Rested on it. But I wanted to call it predictions, astrology, tarot, and social culture. And I think Patsy's are it's like a play on words like Patsy's or Tapsies. So I kind of just wanted to make it something that was like kind of sweet and sour at the same time, you know? Because at first it was political astrology, and I didn't really like that. Like it didn't have a ring to it. So predictions, astrology, tarot, and social culture. That's what Patsy stands for now. And just be tuned in for that. Because that's what I would consider like my village. Not my, I don't want to consider them fans because that kind of has like a representation of like inequality, and I don't like that. So I just call them my village of people. People that mess with me, include me, my patsies. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and just deal with it, I guess, because there's nothing else I can really do right now. Um, I really didn't pay for it, and I think that would be a waste because I don't literally have like my ex is not like viral. Like I'm not gonna be pulling in 700 views. You know, it's not nothing like that. I've got to God be the glory. Hopefully, I don't know. Um, but I will just for X just watch the videos over and give snippets to y'all so y'all can deal with it and see and get what you want from it. So I can be the one if something goes viral. It's my fault that that snippet went viral. I don't want people to just be snipping and editing my stuff and it it messes with see confirmation. It messes with what's going on with my. So yeah, hold on. Mhm. Okay, so now that we're here, let me connect. Okay, so because I started off with, I think I started off with the fifth and the fourth on the 5th of September. So we're gonna start off. Number, I think it's the 11th. We're gonna start off with the 11th of the month. Um, and see what's going on there. Because I did believe on the 8th, I think I stopped on the 14th, but it cut off. So I'm just going to start a little bit before that so that people are a little caught up so that when I'm editing both videos, because I will eventually go back to both videos, hopefully, and edit. So let's see what's going on, right? Let's see. Oh, I forgot. Got it. Come on. Okay, let me make sure what hold on before I do that. So yes, this is the 11th. Hold on, let me do something right quick. Let me research a little bit more before I come to a conclusion for the 11th. Okay, so here's where we're going to start off with. So, as you guys can see, why in the fuck does that say that the sun is in? Oh, the sun is in Virgo. I don't know why, girl. I looked at that like, why does it say it's in Scorpio? Okay, so if you look closely and you go to, if you see Gemini with Jupiter and Gemini, if you go one, two, three, spot the fourth house, you see that Virgo is um, has the sun in its sign in the fourth house on the 11th, and it's actually conjuncting Saturn in Pisces in retrograde. Interesting. But what's saying is the sun is in Virgo in the 10th house. The sun will be in works, indicating on focus on work, public standing, and responsibilities. Now, that could just mean just reorganizing your life, reorganizing what's going on. Or this could also mean trying to figure out. I don't know why I got the feeling that this could also mean cold cases coming back to life, or a lot of cold cases happening in this time in history, and they're going to be reopened in the future or something like that. And it's just forecasting that it's the conflict right now, that in the next few years you could hear more about cold cases that came from around this time. Um, but it's saying that Virgo's energy is very detail oriented and analytical. So there could be emphasis on practical tasks, planning, or refining systems, particularly in public or professional settings, like I said. And because with the Saturn in retrograde happening, it could be a lot of stuff being uncovered, a lot of stuff happening behind closed doors that is going to finally come out. And it's not just going to be like swept under the rug anymore because it's in retrograde. And people who come forward, and that's actually where the lot of fortune is right now. The lot of fortune is where expansion and like abundance can happen. So I guess this is like a task generally, not just for um, one particular person, because it is on the east side of the United States, right? But hold on, I was about to say, but with let me see. It's saying that the moon was in Scorpio in the 12th house, but I believe it's in Sagittarius now. Um, Let me see. Hold on. Let me move it. So yeah, it's at 17 degrees in Sagittarius, which could indicate change, transformation. It could be change and transformation in the what house is that about? Hold on. The seventh house, but the seventh house usually indicates like some type of partnership, right? Yes, marriage, partnership, what is lacking, how we see others, open enemies, what we expect and attract in close relationships. So it could be that you're trying to redefine your relationships right now, especially with that, where is it at? Venus is in Libra, so it could be, especially, yep, because it's sextile to the moon. So it could be indicating some type of betrayal, honestly. Maybe this could be public. It could be some type of public figure that gets betrayed, or a public situation where somebody feels like, because I feel like honestly it's a bunch of betrayal feeling going on, especially like because the Sagittarius is very depicted as like someone who's like very, like they believe in loyalty and they believe in trust. So when it's in the moon, they're thinking about that heavily. And because their natal planet or their home planet, Jupiter, is in retrograde in Gemini right now, that's why it's a lot of conflict going on with Geminis, because it's time for the Geminis to learn from their mistakes, and I think a lot of Sagittarius are fearing that if they don't get their stuff together, then, or generally that's what a lot of people are feeling. It's like if they don't get their stuff together because they see what's happening in the like climate of the world generally, they see the war, they see the conflict, they feel that they're not the leader, they're not the one that's leading the pack, they're not the one that's transforming and stuff, that they're going to be left behind, or they're going to be the ones that's going to get exposed. They're going to be the ones that's going to be in trouble because they have stuff that's going on. And then I'm not going to say the artist or the musician's name, but it's one particular Sagittarius that is being heavily trying to. The general public is heavily trying to uncover this person's like background and trying to person's skeletons in their closet, and it's very interesting, but it's also preluding or alluding, sorry, it's alluding to the 2025, which is the year of the horse, if I'm not mistaken, and is creating a lot of conflict with a lot of Sagittariuses because Sagittariuses rule the number nine. So anything that's happening to your Sagittarius friend right now, please be on the lookout, especially on the 11th, specifically because it is indicating some type of is indicating some type of like betrayal, honestly, or some type of conflict that is happening. Um, and it's saying that, especially with Gemini in the first house, that it could indicate it could be some conflict with Sagittarius. They are sister signs. But I just heard that's honestly interesting. I just heard somebody say that they want to call sister signs cousin signs, but they're not ruled by the same planet, but they're ruled by the same. I get what they were trying to say, but it was just interesting thought. Um, but it could be something with, especially with Jupiter's at 20 degrees right now. 20, I believe, is ruled by Taurus, and we can go look and see where Taurus is. It is right in front of it, which is in retrograde right now. Guess what's in retrograde? Uranus. Um, and if you look at Taurus in the 12th house, it does say hidden enemies, some type of conflict, some type of unique situation that's going on. And then you can see Mercury is also in conflicts or cahoots with what's going on behind closed doors, with Mars and Cancer. So something is going on behind closed doors that is indicating some type of either mass betrayal that is going to be seen on a global scale, or more of a or more on an individual scale. It's either going to be high or very low. It's indicating some type of it could indicate some type of unique intel being leaked on the 11th, or some type of, because look at all of these I don't even know, are they called quincunx and tricunx and all of those things that's happening on this freaking, it's more of quincunx, and where it's four situations. Like look at Jupiter, look at, first of all, let's just talk about how the two big daddies of astrology are in conflict with each other. And the thing that is most influential on Earth right now, constantly, which is the moon, is also in conflicts with both Jupiter and Saturn, and both of them are in retrograde. Oh no, is Jupiter not in retrograde anymore? It doesn't show it. But then we have the Sun. That's the four most influential things, and they're all conflicting each other. It's so crazy. So it lets you know that something is going to be uncovered, something is going to be overanalyzed or underanalyzed, which could also, like I said, lead to cold cases or lead to situations that could create conflict, but not talked about enough, I guess. Okay. From treasurer. Steps ahead of ya. I'm a leader. Y'all are followers. Just to get to the top. I everything sent in every line I drop. Life I live. Uh, uh, you said here. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Ooh, that's crazy. Too soon, too soon. I can't say that out loud. And also to talk about that, I did definitely say on my last stream before that situation happened with that particular artist allegedly may or may not have been allegedly overdosed, even though in previous videos, few days those before the overdose, he said that he didn't do any drugs. So we're just in a few days after his death. I believe he was supposed to be on trial to testify. So I'm not gonna say too much, but um, just do your research. Something about my business, child. Um, but this is. I am going to go back to that. Hold on, because I'm not done. Because I did predict that. I said that some type of transformation, some type of death, some type of ending was going to happen on the 5th. I didn't know it was going to happen. I know I said it was going to happen, but I didn't know it was actually going to happen. I wasn't expecting it. So when I say something, I wasn't trying to be offensive or hurtful or bashful to people. I just simply was saying it's going to be something that is going to be catastrophic. That's going to end up happening, and it's going to affect a certain mass of people. Um, and I said, don't come back to my video talking about, oh, he said this, because you know what we do at the observatory, Patsies, we sit back and we observe to keep in okay, catch it. But yes, we're on to the 14th of the month of September. And so where my girls at? Can you repeat that? Trying to take my man, see, I don't need that. I'm gonna actually probably zoom in because I can't see the degrees. Okay. I think I kind of did this rule because my astrological charts are a little bit different than what is being written. So I'm a little confused. Because on here it says that The moon now is in Capricorn on the 14th. But okay, we just gonna go with that. We just gonna see what's going on because it's a significant trine to Uranus with both Pluto and the moon. And then I think it's another trine to the moon with Neptune, if I'm not mistaken. And it could also be not a double trine, but it could just be a two sextiles with Pluto and Neptune and Moon and Neptune, I think. But regardless, so we move to the Moon in Capricorn. So the Moon in Capricorn, especially, I think it's a little friction with the Moon and Pluto right now, but I can't really tell honestly because of the picture. But I'm pretty sure because they are so close. But Pluto, in actuality, is like so far from the moon, so they probably aren't actually conjuncting each other. But what it's showing me is that the illusions, corruption, and stuff like that is going to be amplified on this day. And I'm pretty sure near the end, it could be in regards to food. It could, because I have been seeing a lot of unique situations in regards to food. And eating and starving people and diets. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about that. So maybe because the sun is in Virgo, because Virgo does represent health, talking to your healthcare providers. It indicates medicines because in my opinion, I believe that Virgo is the mother of the zodiac. I think it's the only female of the zodiac besides I think the water bearer, which is Aquarius, but I think Aquarius usually is depicted as like just like either the water bearer or the are we back? Because I don't know what's going on. I gotta hurry up. But basically what I'm saying is um because of the sun, it could be some type of conflict that you need to get in order, or Saturn is like releasing the fog that has been on like general collective's conscious slowly, honestly. And it's going to be conflict because there's some people that don't want to change. If you look, where is it at? The Gemini and Jupiter, or Jupiter and Gemini, is indicating that people don't want to change. Some people don't want to change. Some people want to stay the same. Some people don't want to be different. And it's conflicting with the how much, um, not detail, but how much organization it needs to keep a business or a corporation or even a country running. It takes time, but it also takes unity. And I think right now, some people are divided, especially with that Gemini and Jupiter, because Gemini is like half of the conscious wants to, help, half doesn't. Some people are woken, some people aren't. And then you got to think about slowly because of this retrograde situation and Saturn and Pisces. There's a lot of illusions that are being uncovered. So people don't know what to believe. People don't know what to think. They're just like, okay, well, just get on with it. Like everybody's like, Jesus, if it's a time to come back, it's a merry time. But honestly, can we be for real? Can we be for real? Like, child, anyway. Um, but I do see this um illusion amplifying some type of like I don't know. It's like something because of some type of not transforming. You're gonna, excuse me, you're gonna see some type of like half of the world or like 75% of the world like disagree with something. It's going to be some type of argument or conflict that's going to end up happening on the 14th. I'm not sure what's, or it could be preluding to something bubbling under the surface. Honestly, it could be like you could slowly see like generally people are becoming tense and people are becoming friction or having friction, and then it's like uh, but surface level wise, nothing is really being shown, or it's like you can tell you have to dig deep to find the information that is not being presented because people are really trying to not have that image being cast on the national news or being presented to everyone, right? So let's see. This it doesn't seem like it's going to be a quiet day. I feel like if it isn't going to be a quiet day, something is going to happen with regards, especially with the south. I mean, the north node and Aries, and it's a part of this whole triangle. Oh no, it's not. That's the Neptune, but it's going to be some type of um, like I said, some type of with it being at 28 degrees and it's going backwards. So what was being hidden in this whole Pluto and Aquarius, I mean Pluto in Capricorn is still coming out. So it could be in regards to they could be going back to the Chase Bank because I was just talking about that on the 5th. I just said that on the 5th that on the that people were talking about how it was not a smart idea to mess with this unique type of situation that is you're taking $50,000, $14,000 that you from a person that you don't know, and you give them 60%, they give you 40%, and then it's like you get the federal charge because it's on your account. They probably just built that or just made that Chase Bank account, so they're not really gonna get traced. Well, y'all both gonna get in trouble because it's within the same bank, but uh, and then you don't tell, so it's like, child, and then you don't get the money back. So, and then y'all go into the bank. It's so many unique situations that happen in this situation, and it's so interesting. But yeah, so this could be what is talked about. It could be a significant like broadcasting with that where it states that anyone that because it's already been talked about in the banks and it's a federal offense, it's a felony. $50,000 is a lot of money taken from a bank. Like it's a lot of money. A lot of people don't even have a doubt. Excuse me. The general nation don't even have that. Mostly have $1,000 in a bank. You know, it was a saying. Well, not a saying. It was a radio station that said that one time. The general collective of the United States don't even have $1,000 in a bank for a rainy day. Like you can have like $1,000 just to do stuff, or you have $1,000 because you make that. But for a rainy day, not a lot of people has that, especially in cash, just just in case something happened. So yeah, let's see what's going on with this is the Okay, so today is now we're on the 17th of September. So as you can see now, it has shifted into Cancer being in the first house and Gemini being in the 12th house. So, like you said a couple of days ago, I just said that it's a possibility that somebody's going to snake somebody out. It's going to be some type of shiesty move that's happening on the, what was it, the 11th? Some type of shiesty move happening on the 11th, and it's going to trickle all the way down until the 17th because now you're going to realize that you have hidden enemies. And as you see, they're close in proximity to your security or to your home, so it messes with your thinking and your movement with that um Pisces moon happening. And then in conflict also with, I don't know what's going on with these two giants, this Jupiter and this Saturn. I just don't get it. I don't know why they're in such a conflict. And then it's like they're the Jupiter in Gemini is sextile to Venus and Libra. So it's like Venus is trying to bring balance into the situation. Um, by making them probably stop thinking so logically and get out of their heads and think with their hearts, especially because right now Mars is in Cancer. So we have a lot more flamboyant or feminine energy within the masculine collective. And I see a lot of videos now of people saying like, "Oh, we have a huge batch of sassy men apocalypse," and yada 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 yada. I do see more of that coming out in the near future, especially um, with, is that the seventh degree or the second degree? The seventh degree, like I thought. So it could be energy about, and then the moon is right on the midhaven. So it's like some type of, it's giving some type of awakening happening for the children. I don't know. It's like it's going to be transformative and it's going to be around, um, as you can see, something with, it feels like it's going to be a more chill day because it's everybody is preparing for the 18th or the 19th for the full moon. That's the energy that is given. It's like people are going to start cleansing out the illusions, cleansing out the atmosphere because you don't really want to do anything on the full moon. You want to more so be relaxed, be in your energy, realize what's going on, feel what you feel, and you feel the emotions. Because what I'm seeing trickling down is a lot of people getting into conflicts on social media with small groups of people. Um, and that could simply be because of that Uranus and Taurus. And it could be about politics or fashion. It could also be about who's the prettiest or like social standards because I also seen videos of people judging other people's looks, judging people's, uh, what they perceive them to be. I see a lot more of that now. Um, and then with that Neptune in Pisces and retrograde, it could be, and then it's squares or completely opposes that or almost opposes the sun. So it's like it it gives like people don't want to see other people grow. People don't want to see other people prevail. And then it's like if you didn't start elevating a couple of days prior to this, which is on the 14th. So honestly, start preparing to do good or not preparing to do good, but start preparing to change around the 14th of the month because if you do not, it will cause conflict with what's going on from the 17th through the 19th. It's going to cause some change that doesn't want to happen, because I don't think people understand that the current life cycle that we're in is going to make you change regardless whether you like it or not. So it's better to get ahead of the curve than to get behind the curve and look ridiculous, right? So that's why I'm trying to, get myself together, because, I'm not judging. I'm not judging at all. I'm simply just saying that um it would just best behoove you and best behoove me. Because if you look, this is the 18th. This is not a day, 3 days after. This is not 4 days after. This is literally 24 hours after. This is the 18th. Do you somebody, it seems to me that a unique situation is going to happen where somebody, a battery in somebody's battery put some type of like notion in somebody's brain, and caused illusion, and this is going to end up coming back out on a Virgo. It could come back out on a Scorpio. It could come back out on a Capricorn. It could come back out on a Taurus. Because all of these, that's the conjunction right now. So it could be some type of and it could be in regards to something that is going to not affect just one person, but it's going to affect a mass of people. Like I said last time, it's going to affect a mass of freaking people. It's going to change, um, like, especially with this Mercury, or no, Venus and Libra, it could be a feminine figure, or it could be some type of, um, it could be a conflict with the Jupiter and Gemini. So it could be in conflict with the Jupiter sign and a Venus sign, or a Libra. It could be some conflict with that that could release a lot of illusions or release a lot of conflict that could be happening behind closed doors, with a lot of the authority figures or a lot of the Senate. You could be seeing a lot more things happening with like the political runs and stuff like that on the 18th. That is starting to happen, because I don't even know when the 18th is, honestly. What day is the 18th? Mm, 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 mm. All you want to do is party. Then the bar Bugatti. Then Bugatti. Oh, it's a Wednesday. Oh, it's ruled by Mars. Lord Jesus. So we are going to have to focus heavily on the Mars and Cancer, honestly, on the 18th, because everybody's going to be feeling insecure, or it could be a security breach. Um, it could be some type of conflict with the um, uh, it could be a conflict in some type of financial currency happening, a change in or a political, not a political, a case happening. Like I said, with the Chase Bank, that could be coming more mainstream on not just TikTok. Cause I've seen it a lot on TikTok. I ain't see it on Facebook. I ain't see it on Instagram. A lot on TikTok. So they were saying that they're patrolling the not the CIA, but the United States government is patrolling TikTok a lot more now, because they see that TikTok is causing a lot of conflict with the US, right? It's creating too much friction. We're learning too much knowledge. We're learning too much ways to defy the government, and we're finding ways to outsource and to not have to really rely on um, the United States. And honestly, it could depict that they're trying to uh, overturn or pass a law that makes or prohibits TikTok from being to be seen on the United States side by the 18th. It could be something along those lines, or you could see some type of conflict with um, if I'm not mistaken, Neptune rules like fame, right? And like notoriety. And then Taurus or Uranus in Taurus, Uranus is ruled by Uranus is ruling of those like shock value conflict things that are happening. And Taurus does rule social culture and beauty, and it's also ruled by Venus because of that. So, like I said, it could be some type of conflict with I don't know, maybe beauty standards like happening or being built back up, people still living to those standards and situations happening. But that's not what I was going to say. Um, it's just, it seems like something where people are going to feel like they need to change something or they need to rest. Where it's like, I just need a break. Like, especially where it's like, I want to feel comfortable. That's probably what it is. People want to feel comfortable in their skin. And it's going to be a lot of people like having friction with people being comfortable in their skin and being comfortable with who they are or something along those lines. And it's giving like with the moon conjuncting, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, that's the full opposite. Is that the moon or is that Neptune? It's the moon that is actually opposing the sun in Virgo. So it's going to be some type of conflict. Where's Mercury? Oh, Mercury is in Leo. No, Mercury's in Virgo. And that is what's conflict. So it's some type of wow. I didn't even see it. Wow. So Mercury right now on the 18th is going to be some type of friction with, like I said, maybe the general public and the government is going to be very like they're going to send signals or something like when it comes to the political parties they're going to probably produce more uh, I am blah 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 and I stand videos and political commercials. But it could be, or is this the day that I think the 18th is when they have the not the inauguration, but the political speech between the two parties. So it could be, honestly, I do not know Kamala Harris's zodiac sign, but I'm pretty sure she could be um, ruled by either Jupiter or she could be ruled by Capricorn, probably. But I'm not, let me look it up because if I'm not, I'm fine. She might be a Taurus for all I know. She was born on October the 20th. She's a Libra. No, she might be a Scorpio because those dates be throwing me off. Yep, she's a Libra. And as you can see, Libra and Venus. Oh, girl. So I can already tell who's going to win these. 'Cause Venus is in Libra. Like, that's not okay. I'm just going to shut up about that one and make another video. But what I will say is, what's going on? It's fine. It's probably because I was on for an hour. But yeah, you guys, we have one more, and we're gonna be done. So we have on the 19th, and this is actually, I think, the day that there's a full moon. Where's the full moon? Is it Aries? I think yesterday was the full moon. So the 18th was when the full moon happened. Um, but it's between those days. It's between. Actually, let me just look. They don't say. But I think it's on the 19th. I'm not sure. We'll look at that on the next stream. But what I will say about this day is all it's saying is, like it's been saying for the past few days, is transformation. If you see that triangle, trine slash sextile with Taurus and Uranus, Pluto and Capricorn in retrograde, and the Sun in Virgo at 26 degrees, it's giving me like and then it's like they had to band together to get rid of this type of friction because it's like they had to, I don't know how to explain it, but like in superhero movies, I don't know, like you know how like when they have to surround the enemy and like they have to band their energy together to get rid of the evil person. That's the energy that the 19th is giving me. Like people, I don't know, people could be doing like rituals and shit like that. I don't know, don't ask me, that ain't none of my business. Do what you do, that ain't none of my business. But it's giving like people have to, it's literally a symbol of a kite and a line in between. So, and the line in between is the conflict. So it's like whatever you're trying to do or whatever you're trying to accomplish is causing some type of conflict because um, maybe it's been bothering you or it's been getting under your skin or something's going to get under some people's skin on this day on the 19th. It's like people, it could be because the energy that it's giving is giving like people are trying to not be childish, but people want to piss people off on this day, especially with the moon in Aries and at 11 degrees. And then people could be more sensitive on this day with it squaring Cancer and Mars, or Mars and Cancer. And then it has a little sextile to Saturn in Pisces. But it could be being, like I said, more emotional, being more sensitive, people being a lot more, not reserved, but more emotional, just being more conflicts happening, basically, is what I'm seeing. So, oops, shoot. And being like a very opinionated and being very fixated on what other people are saying because I'm listening to not I Am Your Leader by Nicki, but not Bees in a Trap. What's the other one? Just a bum try to touch me. Ew. That one. I don't know the lyric. I mean the title. Did it on them. That's what it is. I'm listening to that, and some people, it gives very much like some people want, and you can't give it to them, basically. Now you're gone there. So yeah, that's all I really got for y'all. I just wanted to make sure I got through most of the month and then did the last end of the month. But for some reason, I could not stream on. Let me scoot up. Y'all can't see me. Okay, this is. Um, I'll try to do something with that, but we'll see what's going to happen and what's going on. Um, But I do thank you guys for tuning in, or the people that's going to watch later or watch my snippets, because I will be breaking. Will be really detail oriented, especially with this Mercury and Virgo. But it's in, I think it's in retrograde right now. But anyway, I just wanted to shout out to my patsies. Thank you so much for observing and being a part of my village. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I gotta go, you guys. Love you. Bye.